Hello everyone, I am Indy Gower and this is EDL 850 School Law, Module 14, Internet Use Violations. During this module, I was given the great opportunity to work with a case study. Before this module, I didn't have very much background knowledge about case studies, so this was a very important and critical step for me to take so that I can become a great administrator in the future. The first step about a case study is Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. What do I know about this case study? Well, the first couple of things that I know about this case study is that the incident took place at Slattery-Steno High School. The families that are involved with Slattery-Steno High School are very well off financially and also are very involved in the school district. With how involved they are in their school district, that means that there's more money that circulates throughout the school district. That means that the students have some access to the latest technologies in this school. At this school, Dr. Harvey Smith has been the principal for the last 9 years. Dr. Harvey Smith just recently received the award of Principal of the Year. He has a great reputation and a great respect for all the families, students, and community involved in his school. He is proud of his school, and he hires only the best teachers for his school. What else do I know about this case study? I know that Dr. Harvey Smith, the principal at this high school, just recently hired a new teacher, Miss Tate. Miss Tate specializes in science courses such as zoology. She is older than most beginning teachers, but that is because after her undergraduate work, she moved on to work on her master's and another year of postgraduate work. Miss Tate has a classroom structure that focuses strictly on academics. With that being said, students are experiencing high levels of stress. Many of the students are working towards being valedictorians in their high school, but this class is allowing them to receive a low grade. Dr. Smith, the principal, has received a number of phone calls complaining about Miss Tate's stringent expectations from parents. Following the phone calls, Dr. Smith decided that he was going to discuss techniques and strategies to help Miss Tate lower her academic expectations. However, they were not implemented correctly or they were not followed. A couple more things I know about this case is that Miss Tate received an anonymous email which prompted her to visit a website. The website shared numerous hurtful comments and threatening messages. They had highly offensive language, and one of the last comments on the website said, "Who wants Miss Tate to disappear?" Like many teachers would, Miss Tate called her principal, Dr. Smith, and explained the situation. Dr. Smith did a great job of taking down the information, listening to Miss Tate, calming her down, and told her that they would meet with the suspected students in the morning. What do I need to know? This is also a part of Category 1. Well, what do I need to know about this case? I need to know the school district's internet policy. What are the rules regarding internet use? Was there a form signed by the parents and students at the beginning of the year? I will need to know the consequences of breaking the internet use policy. Was the email received through Miss Tate's teacher account, school account? Does the district monitor these technology services and systems? If so, can they trace the email? Another part of Category 1 is to identify the problem. The problem at hand is that Miss Tate received an anonymous email that led her to seeing offensive and harmful comments about herself. Miss Tate feels uncertain and threatened about these comments. Due to the internet safety policy put in place, the student could be facing severe consequences, not only legal consequences, but also school consequences for his or her actions. Moving on to Category 2, Proposed Plan of Action with Appropriate Steps for Implementation. The steps that I would take: I would contact my district superintendent, follow the directions, and adhere to the internet safety policy. After that, I would contact the technology department. Can the email be traced? If so, Perfect. We can figure out where it originated and we can figure out the student that sent it. I will also need to contact the local police department. This was seen as a threat and I need to make sure that all my staff and students are safe. If the sender of the email is found, they can receive legal consequences. The consequences will also be given out by the school as well. Strategies. Show Miss Tate that you care and are concerned about the situation at hand. Do what it takes to make sure it gets taken care of. Dr. Smith acted very ethically and professionally. He followed every single school policy. If matters need to be taken to the police, he would have done so, and I would too as a future educational leader. Foster a safe and comfortable environment for both staff and students. Be kind, trustworthy, and smart. Keep a neutral stance until you have all the information at hand. Category 3 is the next category that we will be talking about. Category 3 is resolve the issues based on promoting the success of all students. What is best for the students? Well, what is best for the students is being an advocate for safety in the building. Being an advocate for safety in the building is important. I need to model safety and I need to model what is right and what we need to do to keep our children safe. We all know that cyberbullying is not tolerated in this building, so I'm going to model that. I'm going to make sure that my staff, my students, all know that. Also, I would be addressing the incident and following appropriate actions. I want to know that every student is going to be treated the same. If they were to break a rule, then they would be receiving consequences. Also under category 3 is a resolution to the problem. After looking back at the data of the case study, it led me towards a resolution. When Miss Tate read the comments and reported the information, a policy already set in place was enacted. Miss Tate felt threatened. She mentioned to Dr. Smith on the phone call, "They've threatened to kill me, Dr. Smith." All threats must be taken seriously, no matter how small. In my school district, I strive to create a safe and comfortable learning environment, so I will take this situation seriously and support Miss Tate and get it taken care of. Resolution to the problem. I will also stress the importance of digital citizenship. During the modules that we completed, I created this chart, 9 elements of digital citizenship. I would like to put this up into my school because it is a constant reminder of how we should act on the internet. I would also provide professional development opportunities for teachers. Also, I want to make policies clear and visible to my teachers, students, parents, and the community. Category 4. Debrief the problem. What was I thinking, feeling, and valuing as I responded to this problem? What was I thinking? Well, I was thinking that the threat received by Miss Tate, there was other information accompanying the reason why the sender may have sent the email, but there is no excuse for her to receive those comments. That was very rude, and it will be handled. What was I feeling? Well, I was feeling like this could be an important opportunity to educate teachers, students, and parents as a leader to address the internet safety policies and how the consequences can and will be severe. What was I valuing? Well, I was valuing the safety of Miss Tate, other staff, students, and myself. I was valuing what would be right for the school in that moment. Also under Category 4, what issues are still unresolved or open to further investigation? The legal actions that are going to be taken, the internet policy, and the school climate. Category 5, reflect on Standard 5. How did you, the education leader at the building level, apply knowledge that promotes the success of every student by acting with integrity? I listened to Miss Tate and her situation. I took action immediately. I didn't let it wait. I put the needs of Miss Tate, my staff, and my students first. I followed laws, regulations, and policies to the best of my ability to handle this situation. How did you, the education leader at the building level, apply knowledge that promotes the success of every student by acting with fairness? I acted with fairness by making no assumptions or accusations. I stayed neutral in my stance and followed the policies, laws, and regulations to handle this situation as I would with anyone, and no bias was involved. How did I, the education leader at the building level, apply knowledge that promotes the success of every student by acting in an ethical manner? I handled the matters calmly and promptly with the proper authority that needs to be involved in the situation. I also did not discuss any of the information with anyone that wasn't involved in this situation. I took the knowledge from the matter in order to improve myself and my school. So that is it for this case study. I feel like I have learned a lot from this case study, and I can't wait to use this knowledge and put it to use as I build up to be a future administrator. Thank you.